The unspoken burden of strength and the price that we pay for that particular strength. A lot of people find themselves in a time when they need to be seen and to be understood. And a lot of men don't understand that strength comes in many forms. And a lot of families also don't understand what may be happening because of the fact that that person has posed a strong man position with them. So a lot of people, what they think they need for their strength, or what they think of as strength, is not your feelings. And now I'm talking about families. This simple phrase captures a very serious and harsh reality that many face. Being strong, silent provider, can comes with some hidden costs. And while strength is often admired and it bears an emotional toll, it takes a real knowledgeable person, an informed person, to realize what they may be going through. So, what I like to talk about is the unseen burdens that a lot of people carry, and how others first suppresses their emotions, and or can also make it to where they find themselves paying a very steep price for that strength, or that persona of strength that they've been pushing forward. So the roles of the strong silent provider. In many families and communities, there is an unspoken expectation for certain individuals to be the rocks, to be stability. And again, this could be men or women, but still for that person to be the rock. But they are expected to provide financial support, solve problems, maintain stability, but their feelings are not often put in front. A lot of times their feelings are set to the side because the focus is on strength and reliability, rather than them dealing with whatever emotional things are going through them or other problems they may be faced with. So, this is a role that can be developed early in life. For example, a young man who takes on responsibility for his siblings or his parents, learning to hide his vulnerability or her vulnerability to avoid the overburdening of others. Over time patterns. Well, over time, these patterns can become ingrained in a person, and the outcome can be detrimental to them because they don't have the support, and then they start to feel as though there is no support for them. So let's look at the emotional costs of this suppression. One is chronic stress. Continuously hiding your feelings increases your stress hormones, which can be damaging to your physical health. Another one is isolation. When you don't share your struggles, you feel alone. And even in a crowd, you feel as though you're by yourself. Another problem is burnout. Burnout is the pressure that's always strong and can exhaust you mentally and or emotionally because it pulls on your reserves. The next is difficulty forming close relationships. Vulnerability is a key to intimacy, and without it, the connection that most people feel is shallow and have no substance. So, for example, let's say the father who's working long hours to support his family, but never talks to them about his own worries or own feelings of disconnection with his spouse and or his children. Over time, this distance can grow and also create emotional gaps that are hard to bridge over time. You know, um, there's a lot of things that a lot of people go through, especially in these times. So having someone to talk to and being able to express those feelings and those thoughts are key to the person's mental health and well-being. And again, it can affect them not only on a mental level but also on a physical level. So why are feelings needed to move forward and to understand somebody? We are whole people. That means that there's a holistic part to us. Whole is just that, is what holistic means. It means whole. So all parts connect to make the engine run correctly, if you look at it like a car. So strength is important, but feelings are equally valid and have to be addressed. So what most people need to do is we need to understand ourselves better. We need to connect deeply with others. We need to make information and we need to make not information, but we need to make informed decisions based on our emotional insights, and we also need to try to figure out what we need to do to heal from our past wounds. A lot of people are walking around with toxicity from things that happened to them in the past or things that they experienced in the past. It may not have been something that happened to them, but it may be something that they saw or experienced that was very had a strong effect on them as a whole. So practical steps for balance and strength and emotion. If you recognize yourself in this role, here are some ways that you can start to balance strength and emotional health. One, set aside time for self reflection, regularly checking on your own feelings, journaling. Some quiet moments can also help you, times alone, but times alone where you need that time alone to reflect, not to where you encapsulate yourself or put yourself in a box where you're not interacting with other people on a regular basis. Another one is sharing with trusted friends. Open up with friends, families, and members and or counselors to relieve that emotional strength that you may be going through. Another one is practice saying no. A lot of us seem to have a real hard time saying no, but you don't have to carry everybody's burden. Set your priorities and protect your well being. Next is encourage, excuse me, engage in stress relief activities. Do things that are going to get rid of that stress for you or help you to regulate that stress for you. So, exercise, meditation, hobby can reduce tension and also improve your mood. Also, again, if needed, seek professional help. Find a therapist or therapy or counselor or somebody that you can talk to on a professional level. Because if you keep trying to be strong and don't show these signs of weakness, it can wear and tear on you in a lot of different ways that are going to be create a domino effect that could damage you. Again, there's a lot of things that affect a lot of people. The person that's working two jobs to provide for their family and rarely talks about their struggles, and having that role makes them feel unshakable, as far as what they have to put forth as a front, what they have to display to the people that they're trying to care for. So again, we need to be careful in what we do because you don't want to feel mentally or emotionally exhausted. You don't want to be emotionally numb. You want to have a relationship with the people that you care about, so that as you grow, they grow. So sometimes it's a health scare that brings it on. It could be anything that brings it on. Anxiety. Sometimes you feel as though you need to talk to somebody. And in some cases, you may just need to talk to somebody once. But if that once is going to help you to move forward, then that's a beautiful thing. Next, let's look at the importance of community support. Community and workplaces can help by some really simple things. One, encouraging open conversations about mental health. Two, offering resources like counseling and or support groups. Next, recognizing the signs of emotional strain in others. Next, providing a cultural where are you kind of thing. So asking people, do they need help? And also being open to accept help. That's another thing that's really key. When strength is valued alongside of emotional honesty, people feel safer. And of course, they feel as though they have more support. So moving forward with awareness, the hidden cost of being strong for silent providers is really significant. And recognizing the burden is the first step towards moving towards healing. And strength doesn't mean carrying everything alone. It means knowing when you need help and then getting the help that you need, and talking to somebody. Anyway, this is Mr. Z Inspires. If this is something you feel would help someone, please share it. Also, follow us, visit us at mrzinspires.com. Again, www.mrzinspires.com. And please feel free to check out our YouTube page. There's a lot of content on that, and that's at Mr. Z Inspires on YouTube. Thank you guys, and you have a great rest of your day. Be well.